Hey, beauties. Give me just a second to get my phone and everything sorted, and I will also need some moderators if you guys can. Hey, Tara. I'm gonna make you a moderator. Hey, thank you. You guys, I'm gonna forewarn you. I will end up crying because I am a big baby and I'm emotional. Hey, Kelsey, thank you for being here. Mary's already not a moderator. Hey, beauties, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna wait until there's a few more people in here to get started talking. Thank you for some people thanking me for doing this, and I just thank you guys for being here. And my hands are shaking. Okay. Love you guys. Okay. Can you guys, can everybody hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? I'm just trying to make sure. You can? Okay. Yes, I cry in the first few minutes. I was crying before I got in this video. Okay, and I tried to figure out how to do the slow chat and I couldn't figure it out. I'm sorry. I know you're supposed to do that before the video, but I couldn't do it. It's technologically challenged. All right, let me go to my video so I can see the comments on my phone. I'm gonna turn this down. Okay. First off, before I answer any of the questions, actually, I'm going to answer this one right now. Is there rioting in Tennessee? Yes. I woke up this morning. I literally had my phone off from 12 o'clock. It might have been a little earlier than 12 o'clock in the afternoon until probably 9 o'clock at night. I'm not talking, I walked away from my phone. I literally had it off. It's like I could not listen to anything else. And then when I came home, there's just so much. Okay. So I want to start off by saying that, obviously with my channel, I don't tend to speak on a lot of issues that are going on in the world. I don't tend to speak politically. I really worry about being misunderstood. And I don't want to hurt anybody. See, I told you. So please know that this is coming from a place of love, and I want to be an ally, and I'm just trying to do it in the best way that I know how, and that is by spreading awareness. And I'm not doing this as a political stunt or as a one-off thing. I'm doing this because I think it's the right thing to do. I was watching nappy-headed jojoba. I love her so much, but she opened my eyes quite a bit. Last night was one of the first things I watched because I missed her actual live, but I watched the after whatever. And the things that she was talking about just really struck home with me. It really did. And so if you haven't seen that, let me go find her video. I'm going to link it so that you guys can see. It's titled, "For Those Who Asking How to Help." Copy link. And I am going to put this in the chat for you guys so you guys can see it. I'm so sorry. I really am. I really was like, I'm not going to cry, but it is what it is. Also, this video, it's monetized, but YouTube doesn't tend to like this type of thing. And so I don't know if I will make any actual AdSense off of this. If I do, I am going to donate it. I would love to see in the comments where you guys would like to see it donated. If I get any super chats, that's also going to be donated. But I want you guys to know YouTube takes 30%. So I think the best thing to do is to leave in the comments section and show the best places where you can help and send it directly to those organizations or anything to where you can help. And I'm somebody who puts my money where my mouth is. I have donated. I hate even saying that. I'm not somebody who's like, oh, tweet that I did this, and I don't even have a Twitter. I don't know why I said tweet, but I don't like to publicly put that out there. But I am somebody, if I'm saying, hey, go help this or this or this, I'm somebody who likes to put my money where my mouth is. But I'm sure we all know what is going on with the George Floyd situation and the peaceful protests as well as the rioting. The first thing I saw this morning, my dad called me and he was asking me if I was okay. I'm like, why are you asking me if I was okay? I figured maybe he tried to call me yesterday. My phone was off. But it was because Nashville had gotten Nashville had gotten a lot of rioting, and it started out peaceful, it did. And then, it went in a different direction. And so we have a curfew. I guess I never really even thought that it would come. Not it. See, I don't want to mess up words. I never thought that I would see this. I've never seen this. So we do have a curfew for those of you asking about Tennessee. But right outside my door, that I'm safe. I'm very lucky, and there's just so much I want to say. Okay. Let me take a second to breathe and read some of these comments. Buy from companies that support equality. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys just saw my video I did with Danessa Myricks. Her makeup line sold at Beautylish. I did that video. Where's Kelsey? She'd be making a video also. I'm not sure. But I can tell you that Kelsey, she understands this far more than I do, obviously. And Kelsey she's such a effing amazing person. Charlotte, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be, Kelsey's telling me to take my time. Yes, I need to take my time. I'm trying to read the comments beforehand. It says, while I respect people who try to protest inequality, I'm living in Columbus, Ohio, and we have a curfew for the past few days. And yesterday, before it started, I went to breakfast and saw the damage. Now, my initial stance on this was, well, why all the rioting? I don't agree. I don't understand why these businesses are getting, downtown Nashville. Why is this happening to them? And then there was a comment left on my community page. It said, Noah, I forgot his name. I can't think, but it was an amazing video. Please leave it in the comments. I know you guys know who I'm talking about. Noah. Oh, gosh. But he spoke about it, and I will be linking that. Let me find it. And I realized the reason why that it goes from peaceful to rioting is because there's nothing being done. People are still being killed. People of color are still being killed. And it makes so much sense. Like, why would you just keep doing something peacefully if nothing's changing? That breaks my heart. I never thought about it that way. And my mind is definitely, and I don't want businesses to be destroyed, especially after COVID and everything. Not after, we're still in COVID. But I understand. I understand, not fully, but I get it. I get that after so many times of being peaceful, where do you draw the line? Let me find Noah's video really quickly, and I'm going to. Oh, sorry, Trevor Noah. I had the last part of his name right. Again, I can't think. I'm gonna link this down below. It's if you watch nothing else, watch Trevor's video. Share, copy link. I'm going to share this with you guys. Paste. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Please let me know. Okay. I watched Trevor Noah Night. I'm subscribed now. And yes, this fear, anger, and frustration is boiling over. It's exactly what is happening. When does it stop? I don't agree that all police are bad, but I also don't agree in police brutality. I don't believe that every police officer out there is going to do what this police officer and several have done, but I don't agree with police brutality. And it's like, when does it stop? When? If you're breaking the law, you don't kill somebody. You arrest them and you take them to jail. No matter what the color of your skin, you arrest them and you take them to jail. You do not murder them. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have seen the video with the woman and the dog. I can't even remember the woman's name. It is outrageous that people know that this is what's going to happen. You know, I can incite fear in you, and you know, as a Black man, that if I call the cops, something can happen to you. That's terrifying. And I'm going to tell you guys a story I never thought I would say online. I never thought I would say this, but it was eye-opening for me. And I think this happened about a month, maybe a month and a half ago. I was in my car. Most of you guys know that I do ride a motorcycle. And I know the whole saying, you know, look twice, this or that, but there's a lot of motorcyclists that just do not ride appropriately, or, you know, they give us a bad name. Long story short, I was at a gas station. I was going around the gas station. I was in my lane. Luckily, I was not speeding or doing anything like that in the parking lot, but I was going around the building. And of course, if you're going around a building and there's also parked cars, it's going to be a little difficult to see. I was going around the building in my lane, and a motorcycle came flying around. He almost hit me. I stopped, and the motorcyclist flipped me off, started yelling at me and cursing. And I was like, what the heck? My windows on my car are illegally tinted. You cannot see through them. And I believe I had my sun visor down. I left it alone. I didn't roll down my window. I didn't do anything. I left it alone. I was pissed. I was on the phone with my mom. I was pissed. And I know people think I'm just a little tiny girl, and I probably am extremely innocent and, you know, whatever, but I'm a little bit of a firecracker whenever I get mad. My husband says that I have balls too big for my tiny body. And I know I'm making a joke here, but it's all to get to a point that the motorcycle, obviously coming into the gas station, you would think they're stopping to get gas. They turned around and they followed me. And then before I could leave, they were on my butt. So I stopped my car. I'm mad. I'm telling you, I'm mad. I'm like, what the hell? I'm mad because as a motorcyclist, I am thinking, you are giving me a bad name. This is why I get comments in my comment section about, don't drive too fast. Don't do this. Don't do this. And stopped my car and I did something completely irresponsible. So I know that this was not the right thing to do. I stopped my car. I opened up the door. I left the door open and I stormed over to that motorcyclist. Granted, I couldn't tell who he or she was. They were fully covered, they got a helmet on, full face. And I said, "Excuse me, do you have a problem?" And then he lifted up his visor and it was a black man. And I'm mad. I'm just mad. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You need to slow down. I'm like, you almost hit me. And then obviously there was going to be some kind of escalation if he's following me. Now, again, he didn't know I had illegally tinted windows, visor down. And on top of that, at the time, I was a bald-headed chick. And I'm sure, I have no idea what was going to happen. I just knew I was pissed, and I got out of the car and started yelling at him. And I told him, I kept saying, I was like, you need to do better. You can't be riding like this. I'm a motorcycle rider. I'm just going off. And he's saying, no, I don't have time for this today. Not today. And he's shaking his head and he's shaking his head. And I could not understand that. I was like, why do you keep saying this? I'm trying to tell you to slow down so you're not hitting me. And why are you following me? And I brought that up as well. And of course, he didn't respond. He just kept saying, not today. I don't have time for this today. And he's putting his hands up. And what is going on? I just said, slow down, drive responsibly. And I was being a little bee. And I got back in my car and I drove off. He went the opposite way. It wasn't until 5 minutes later. My mom heard this whole conversation. She was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm just mad." And then I realized I'm a white woman, a privileged white woman, and he had to be scared out of his mind, thinking that I was going to call the cops. Because if I had, who are they going to believe? And I could have caused somebody's death. I could have. I didn't think about that until 5 minutes later. I was like, why did he keep saying that? Why? And when it hit me, I felt bad. I was like, I was just that privileged white woman. That's what it was. And he was scared. And someone says, you're allowed to stand up for yourself. You're allowed to drive safely. Your life safety matters too. Absolutely. I agree with that. I'm not going to tell you I'm never going to get out of my car again, but it makes me think twice about it because there's so many injustices that go on. I stand up for myself without thinking about it. It really is. So I need to do better. I need to have conversations with my kids. I need to have a conversation with my family. Now, T was talking about that, doing the hard stuff. Then I had a conversation with someone in my family today who was talking negatively about the things that were going on in a white privileged way. And I said, normally I wouldn't speak up against somebody in my family because it's just your family. But I was like, no. So you're missing this side of it. You're not thinking about this, and this. And they got quiet. And they said, you know what? You're right. And, I don't know if I've changed their mind at all or if it was just something that they thought, I'm just not going to argue with her. But that is what I intend to do, is to quit shutting up about it. Quit being scared to, say that that's not right. That's my promise to you guys, I'm not going to sit here and say that that's okay, or just not say anything. Even if it's hard, even if my anxiety gets the best of me and I sit here and cry online looking the way I do. I can't be an ally and say that I'm an ally and not actively do something about it. And I want to do better. This is deeper, and that's privilege, the privilege that you don't have to double think your actions. Exactly. I didn't double think at all. I just acted because I'm not scared of what's going to happen to me. But I have people in my life who are scared. Love has to win over hate. That is so true. It really does. I know a lot of you guys don't know this about me. I don't talk a lot about personal stuff. When I go into it, I go into it. But I have family members that are biracial. They're kids right now. And I'm not talking far distant. Family. And it recently hit me that I need to be scared for them. And it's something that I didn't think about before. And I don't know why I didn't think about that. I don't know if it's because, our family is mainly white, so why would I worry about it? But as they grow up, these are things that they are going to have to worry about. I'm sorry I'm not reading all these comments, but I really do hope you guys understand what I'm saying. My kids will grow up into young Black men. I'm scared now, and they are still small. I just talked to my daughter. She came home. I stayed home so I could try to gather myself today for this video. They all went for a little hike. We live in the woods and stuff. And I stayed here. When she came back, she told me that she had texted a friend. And I figured it starts here because she said, my friend doesn't like what's going on and she doesn't like all this stuff that's happening and businesses being built, whatever, all this stuff. And I stopped her and I said, but think about it, has it changed? And she got kind of confused. I was like, she as a young teenager does not understand what has gone on in the world. So I tried to just let her know, people have been quiet and people have been quietly protesting, peacefully protesting, but that hasn't worked. I said, so why would they continue to do that? I was like, it's kind of like with discipline with a little kid, when they keep doing something and you're just nicely telling them not to do it anymore and they don't listen, something changes. The parent gets mad. You take away the toy. And I know this is not the best analogy, but it's how I explain to my children. And then she understood. It's a sad time in the world today. Right now. Today. The last how many years? How much longer does it have to go on? How much more has to happen? I don't know if you guys have seen the FedEx truck. I wish I hadn't seen that. I don't suggest anybody watch it, but a FedEx truck, I don't know the details, so I hate speaking on things when I don't know what happened before, what happened after. All I know is that somebody else died because he was caught between, I think, the wheel and part of the semi truck. It wasn't a little FedEx truck. It was a semi. The thing is, we shouldn't have to be taught as Black people how not to be suspicious. Oh, don't want to lose that. We should be training cops to not assume we're criminals just because we're Black. Amen. That absolutely. I have a 20-year-old smart mouth son, and I tell him every time he leaves the house, remember who you are and how I raised you. A show of respect might save your life. It's so true. And I don't want to name names, but I have a family member that I promise you, if he wasn't white, his lack of respect would you guys know what I'm saying. The problem is society is teaching and enabling racism. You have to actively teach your children about anti-racism. That's 100% true. 100% true. Please don't let the conversations, stop here or when the most recent incident blows over. Like I said, this isn't something I normally do. I know I'm a makeup channel, but I'm going to do better. I'm going to do my best to do better. Yes, I'm going back to doing my job is makeup. My job is YouTube. And there's still going to be videos on my channel. I have stuff that already needs to go up. But I didn't feel right about putting them up. And the sad thing is, at first I didn't see the problem with it. And I'm lucky enough to have people in my life to show me the problem with it. Yes, I will be posting my content. But I'm not going to stay silent. I hope that change is made. I hope and pray for it. Do I think this is going to happen overnight? No, because this is bullshit. It just keeps happening. And I hope that everybody understands that when I do go back to posting my videos, it's not to say that I'm not sitting here knowing and crying about the stuff that happens. Just because I post a video about makeup doesn't immediately mean that I have forgotten, because I haven't. No, every video will not be like this, but I can use my voice when I need to use my voice, and I hope that this changes some people's minds. I know there's a lot of people who don't see the things that I didn't even see. I didn't understand. I was like, why? Why burn down these buildings? I didn't understand, but I really hope that people who don't understand that perspective can at least maybe start to think about it now. The penalty for disrespecting a cop is not death. Absolutely. It's not. It's not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just reading comments. I'm going to read a comment from Tara. I didn't understand the riots either, Mel. I cared and was angry about George, but until 2 days ago, oh, where'd it go? There it is. I realized why. They're getting tired of being killed. What else can they do? I'm with you. Yeah. I really didn't understand, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for my ignorance. All I can do is tell you that I am going to do better. I'm going to do my very best. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect, but I can try my damnedest to do what I can. And I'm not telling anybody how they should feel. I'm not telling anybody how to feel about the situation, how to feel about anything that is going on. I'm just, this is really heavy on me. It's really, really heavy. Not all police are bad, but if the good ones don't do anything, then they are also not good. Those men that watched this happen, they should be penalized too. If it was anybody else, if I don't understand that. How can you just watch? Just watch and let that happen. I see that there's some people that don't don't know what I was talking about earlier with what I was saying about my ignorance. I'm leaving this up. I'm not going to take it down. I don't know how long it takes YouTube to render this or whatever the word is. I don't know. But I'm leaving this up. So you will know as soon as it goes and it puts itself up. And I'm not going to lie, I'm probably not going to be in the comment section because as much love as I'm getting, I know that I'm going to get a lot of hate, and I'm okay with that because I stand behind my opinion 100%. And if you don't agree with me, that's okay. No, I'm not taking this down. I love you all. I'm just going to look at a few more comments, and then I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to go spend time with my family. But this is going to stay up. Thank you guys for deleting the nasty messages on my computer is saying low battery. We can only change ourselves, not others. We can teach our children to respect others no matter what their color, their cultures. Well, we are flowers of one garden, and we have to learn to love each other. Amen again. Okay. I am going to sign off here. I love you all. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and know that I love you. I am an ally. I'm not against any of you. My heart breaks for you. And I promise to do better. Bye, beauties.